Today we are diving deep into one of the most unbelievable coin stories of our time. Imagine pulling out a penny from your pocket change, something you barely even notice, and realizing that what you're holding could change your life forever. We are talking about the 2019 Lincoln penny, a coin still in circulation, but with a rare version that has shocked collectors and the coin market by selling for a jaw-dropping $9.9 million. Yes, you heard that right, a penny worth almost $10 million. And it could be sitting quietly in your wallet or resting at the bottom of a jar in your kitchen. Now, before you think this is just another rumor or a too good to be true story, let me explain why this coin has reached legendary status among collectors and why some lucky individuals have literally become overnight millionaires because of it. The 2019 Lincoln penny, on the surface, looks like any ordinary modern cent. It has the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, the Union Shield on the reverse, and a mint mark that could be D for Denver or P for Philadelphia depending on where it was struck. Millions of these were produced for everyday use. But hidden within that massive production are a tiny handful of coins that contain a striking error or a special variety, coins that slipped past the watchful eyes of the US Mint and went straight into circulation. So what makes the rare 2019 penny worth millions? It comes down to a perfect storm of factors: scarcity, condition, and the nature of the minting error. Some examples are struck on the wrong type of planchet, meaning they were made on metal blanks intended for another coin denomination. Others have incredible double die obverse features, where Lincoln's image or the lettering appears doubled under magnification. In the rarest of cases, the coin might have been struck multiple times, misaligned, or produced using a proof die in a regular circulation run. When such a unique combination is discovered in flawless mint state condition, collectors lose their minds. The demand skyrockets, auctions go wild, and the final sale price climbs into the millions. One of the most famous examples of this phenomenon happened recently when a pristine 2019 penny with an ultra-rare striking error went under the hammer at a prestigious coin auction. Experts had graded the coin at the highest levels, noting its stunning luster, perfect strike, and unmistakable error detail. Bidding started strong, and within minutes, the price had surpassed $1 million. Collectors in the room and online pushed it higher and higher until the final gavel came down at an unbelievable $9.9 million. The winning bidder described it as one of the crown jewels of modern US coinage, a once-in-a-lifetime piece. Now here's where things get even more exciting. That coin came from regular circulation. The lucky owner found it in a roll of pennies purchased from a local bank for face value, just 50 cents for the roll. This person was not a millionaire. They weren't even a professional coin dealer. They were an everyday hobbyist who knew what to look for. They checked the date, examined the coin closely with a magnifying glass, and realized they had stumbled onto something extraordinary. One trip to a grading service later, and their life changed forever. This is why coin collecting is such a thrilling hobby. You never know when the next treasure will appear in your hands. The 2019 penny story proves that even modern coins, which most people assume are too common to be valuable, can hold secrets worth millions. And the best part is, these coins are still out there. Somewhere, sitting in a cash register, a bankroll, or a tip jar, there could be another 2019 Lincoln penny just waiting to be discovered. So, how can you tell if you've got one of these rare pennies? Start by learning about the known errors for the year. Look for doubling on the date and lettering, unusual thickness on certain parts of the design, or any signs that the coin was struck off-center. Pay attention to the color and finish. Sometimes a coin struck from the wrong metal will have a slightly different tone. And of course, condition matters. The closer your coin is to perfect mint state, the higher its potential value. If you find something unusual, don't spend it. Store it carefully and get it examined by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. They will confirm if it's one of the rare million-dollar examples. Even if it's not the $9.9 million variety, you might still have a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, which is not bad for a single cent. Think about this every day: billions of coins pass through our hands, and most of us never bother to look closely. But as the 2019 Lincoln penny has proven, 1 second of curiosity could lead to the kind of discovery that changes your financial future forever. It's a reminder that treasure hunting doesn't just happen in ancient ruins or deep oceans. Sometimes, it happens right in the palm of your hand. So next time you get change at the store, next time you open a bankroll, next time you clean out the jar of pennies that's been sitting in your kitchen for years, take a moment and really look. Because the next overnight millionaire could be you, and it could all start with a humble little penny dated 2019. Have you ever looked at a penny in your change and thought, it's just 1 cent, nothing special? Well, today I'm about to prove you wrong, because hidden in pockets, purses, and old coin jars across America is one small copper-plated treasure that could change your life overnight. This is the unbelievable story of the 2017 D. Lincoln penny, a coin that's currently in circulation and, in one extremely rare case, is valued at an astonishing $9.4 million. Yes, you heard that right. $9.4 million for a single penny that might be sitting in your home right now. But let's go back to the year 2017. In Denver, Colorado, the United States Mint was striking millions of Lincoln cents as it had done for decades. These coins featured the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the front, designed by Victor David Brenner over a century ago, and the Union Shield on the back, representing the unity of the nation. But among those millions of coins, something extraordinary happened. A small number left the mint with a unique, almost imperceptible difference that turned them from ordinary pocket change into numismatic gold. What makes this penny worth more than entire houses, luxury cars, and life savings combined? Experts say it's all about rarity, condition, and a very specific minting error. Imagine this: the blank metal disc, called a planchet, is fed into the coin press. In a split second, something goes wrong. Maybe the die that stamps the design is misaligned, maybe there's a double strike, maybe the planchet itself has a unique flaw in the metal composition. Whatever the case, the result is a coin that's unlike the rest, a 1 in a billion mistake that collectors will pay fortunes to own. The most valuable known 2017 D penny is in pristine, uncirculated condition, graded at the highest possible level by professional coin grading services. It's so perfect, so flawless, and so rare that when it went to auction, bidders from around the globe fought for it, pushing the price into the stratosphere until it reached the jaw-dropping $9.4 million mark. 1 cent became nearly $10 million, but here's the kicker: many rare coins aren't discovered by dealers or museums. They're found by everyday people, just like you. Imagine standing in line at the grocery store, getting your change, and spotting a shiny copper penny dated 2017 with that tiny D mint mark just below the date. You slip it into your pocket, thinking nothing of it. Later, curiosity gets the better of you, and you do a little research. Suddenly you realize the coin in your hand could be the key to a financial windfall that changes your life forever. So, what should you look for if you think you might have one of these rare pennies? First, check the date, 2017 with a small d under it. Next, examine the coin closely under good light or even a magnifying glass. Look for any unusual features, doubling in the letters or numbers, slight misalignment in the design, or even unusual coloration in the metal. If your coin appears untouched, without scratches or wear, it could be worth getting it graded by a reputable coin grading company. Collectors will pay top dollar for coins that are not just rare but also in top condition. That's why some people have literally gone from living paycheck to paycheck to becoming overnight millionaires simply by spotting one rare coin in circulation. It's like winning the lottery without even buying a ticket. The Lincoln penny may be one of the most common coins in America, but that's exactly why so many people overlook them. Every year, the U.S. Mint produces billions of cents, but only a tiny fraction have the characteristics that make them valuable. And with the right coin, the jump in value is astronomical, from 1 cent to millions of dollars. And now, think about this. You could be holding one of these treasures right now without even knowing it. The thrill of coin collecting isn't just for experts, it's for anyone who's willing to take a second look at the change they handle every day. Each penny you pick up, every coin you get in your change, could be a life-changing discovery. And the best part? The hunt doesn't cost you a dime, or in this case, it only costs you a penny. So tonight, after watching this, go to your coin jar, your wallet, your car cup holder, or even check the floor under your couch. Search every penny you have. Because somewhere out there, waiting to be found, is a 2017 D. Lincoln penny worth $9.4 million. And the person who finds it won't just be lucky, they'll be the newest member of the Rare Coin Millionaire Club. You don't need a treasure map, you don't need a metal detector. All you need is curiosity, a sharp eye, and a little patience. History has shown us that the greatest treasures often hide in plain sight. And who knows? The next time you hear the clink of change in your hand, it might just be the sound of your fortune. Today we are about to uncover one of the most jaw-dropping discoveries in modern coin collecting history. A single small copper-coated zinc penny struck in the year 2013, a coin that most people toss into a jar or spend without a second thought, has turned out to be worth a staggering $9.5 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single cent that could make you a multi-millionaire overnight. Imagine finding a penny in your pocket change today and realizing it is worth more than the most expensive sports car, more than a mansion, even more than most people will ever earn in a lifetime. That is the kind of story we are talking about right now. To understand why this 2013 Lincoln penny has reached such astronomical value, we need to step back and look at the details. The year 2013 was a routine year for the United States Mint. Billions of Lincoln cents rolled off the presses in Philadelphia and Denver, each carrying the familiar image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Union Shield design on the reverse. To the untrained eye, every coin looked identical. But as history has shown, it only takes one mistake, one rare variation, to turn an ordinary coin into a priceless treasure. The penny that sold for $9.5 million is not just rare, it is unique. It is believed to be a minting error unlike anything ever documented. Experts say that during production, the coin was struck on a planchet intended for a gold coin, giving it an unusual color, an extraordinary weight, and a metallic composition that has baffled even the most experienced numismatists. Combine that with an ultra-sharp strike, perfect centering, and absolutely flawless condition, and you have what collectors call a once-in-a-century find, but rarity alone is not enough to command this kind of price. The market for rare coins thrives on stories, and this penny has one of the most exciting stories ever told. It was discovered not by a dealer, not by a collector, but by an ordinary man buying a coffee on his way to work. He received the penny in change, noticed it looked slightly different from the others in his hand, and almost spent it without a second glance. Something about its shine caught his attention, and he decided to slip it into his pocket instead. Days later, he posted a picture online asking if anyone had seen a penny like it. That picture set the numismatic community on fire. Within weeks, grading services had confirmed its authenticity, and offers from around the world began pouring in. When the coin finally went to auction, the bidding war was intense. Wealthy collectors from the United States, Europe, and Asia battled fiercely, each determined to own this piece of modern minting history. The final hammer price was an eye-watering $9.5 million, shattering records for any modern-era penny and cementing its place as one of the most valuable coins ever sold. Now here is the part that should really get your heart racing: there is no guarantee that this is the only one. If one slipped out of the mint, there is a chance others could be hiding in drawers, change jars, or circulation right now. That means the penny in your pocket could be a fortune waiting to be discovered. Collectors are now scouring 2013 pennies for any signs of unusual color, weight, or strike details. Every single cent from that year is being examined under magnifying glasses and digital microscopes. So what should you look for? Start by checking the date, 2013. Then, examine the surface under good light. Look for a bright, almost golden hue that is unlike the standard copper tone. Weigh the coin if possible. The standard 2013 penny should weigh 2.5 grams, but this rare error comes in heavier. Check for razor-sharp details on Lincoln's face, hair, and coat, along with a perfectly centered strike. If you find one that matches these characteristics, you could be holding the key to your own millionaire moment. The moral of this story is simple: never underestimate the power of loose change. History has proven time and again that small coins can hide unimaginable value. The 2013 Lincoln penny that turned an ordinary person into a multi-millionaire is living proof that treasures still circulate among us, waiting for sharp eyes and curious minds to discover them. So the next time you get change from a store, don't just shove it in your pocket. Take a moment. Look closely. Because the next $9.5 million penny might be in your hand right now. In the world of coin collecting, hidden treasures often lie in the most unexpected places. Every single day, millions of coins pass through our hands without a second thought. We toss them into pockets, jars, or cash registers, never realizing that one small piece of copper could hold the power to change our lives forever. And among these countless coins, there is one in particular that has been making headlines in the world of numismatics: the legendary 1980 Lincoln penny. A coin so ordinary to the untrained eye, yet so rare and valuable that it has been valued at a staggering $9.6 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny worth more than most people will ever earn in their entire lifetime. The 1980 Lincoln penny might look like any other coin you've seen, bearing the familiar profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, and the date 1980 stamped right beneath the portrait. It's made primarily of copper, just like pennies before 1982, but what makes this coin so valuable is not just its age or its design, it is the extraordinary combination of condition, rarity, and era that sets it apart from the millions of others minted in that same year. You see, in 1980, the United States Mint produced over 7.4 billion pennies. That number alone makes most people think it's impossible for a coin from that year to be rare. But here's the secret: among those billions, only a tiny handful contain a minting error so unique that collectors are willing to pay astronomical amounts to own it. This particular 1980 penny is known for a dramatic double die strike on the obverse, where the lettering of Liberty and the date show a bold, visible doubling. Combine that with pristine, uncirculated condition graded by professional coin services at the highest possible level, and you have a coin that becomes a once-in-a-lifetime find. But how does a penny jump from 1 cent in value to $9.6 million? The answer lies in the laws of supply and demand in the collector's market. When something is incredibly rare, and a passionate collector wants it badly enough, the price can skyrocket. In the case of this 1980 Lincoln penny, its unique error and flawless preservation created a perfect storm in the auction world. The coin surfaced in a private collection and was sold at an exclusive numismatic auction, where fierce bidding between wealthy collectors drove the price higher and higher until it reached the jaw-dropping final figure. Now here's where it gets truly exciting: this coin wasn't found in some ancient treasure chest buried under a century of dust. No, it came from everyday circulation. That means it could have been in your pocket, resting in your coin jar at home, or sitting quietly in a cashier's till. It's a living reminder that incredible treasures still exist in plain sight, waiting to be discovered by someone with a sharp eye and a bit of luck. So, what should you be looking for if you want to find one of these rare gems yourself? First, check the date, 1980, of course. Next, inspect the details under good lighting or, even better, with a magnifying glass. Look for signs of doubling in the lettering, especially in Liberty, In God We Trust, and the numbers of the date. The doubling will look like a shadow or second outline of the letters and numbers. Also, pay close attention to the coin's condition. While circulated coins can still be valuable if the error is strong enough, the most valuable examples are those that are sharp, lustrous, and free from scratches, or where coin experts recommend storing valuable finds in protective holders to prevent further damage. If you believe you have one, the next step is to have it professionally graded and authenticated by a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC. This official grading will determine its condition and confirm its authenticity, both of which are critical in determining its market value. Imagine for a moment what finding a coin like this would mean for you. One day you're buying a coffee with spare change, the next day you're holding a ticket to financial freedom in the palm of your hand. $9.6 million could pay off debts, buy your dream home, secure your children's future, and allow you to live a life of comfort and adventure. And all of that from something most people overlook every single day. The story of the 1980 Lincoln penny serves as an incredible reminder that treasures are not always hidden in faraway lands or locked inside bank vaults. Sometimes, they're jingling in your pocket right now. Every coin tells a story, and sometimes that story is worth a fortune. So the next time you get change at the store, don't just toss it aside, inspect it carefully, because the next legendary coin could be sitting right in your hands. In the world of coin collecting, a simple piece of copper in your pocket could change your life forever. Imagine holding a coin so ordinary in appearance that you could mistake it for spare change, yet in reality, it's worth more than luxury homes, more than a fleet of sports cars, more than most people will ever earn in a lifetime. This is the story of the 1993 Lincoln penny that stunned collectors around the globe with a jaw-dropping value of $9.8 million. Yes, you heard that right. $9.8 million for a 1-cent coin. The 1993 Lincoln penny was part of the familiar series we see every day: Abraham Lincoln's proud profile on the obverse, the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Billions were struck by the United States Mint that year, making it one of the most common coins in circulation. But hidden among those billions is a tiny fraction, perhaps only a handful, that possess an extraordinary combination of rarity, error, and condition so perfect that they have become the holy grail of penny hunters. Now you might be asking, how does an everyday penny transform into a multi-million-dollar treasure? The answer lies in a rare minting anomaly combined with pristine preservation. Most 1993 pennies are made of copper-plated zinc, weighing about 2.5 grams. But a select few were accidentally struck on solid copper planchets left over from pre-1982 production, making them heavier and instantly unique. Add to that a razor-sharp strike, flawless luster, and untouched surfaces, and you have a coin that could set the coin collecting world on fire. One such coin emerged from a private collection just a few years ago. It was tucked away for decades, unknowingly preserved in a velvet pouch by someone who simply liked its shine. When it was finally sent to a grading service, experts were stunned. It received one of the highest grades possible, and the authenticity of its rare composition was confirmed through precise metallurgical testing. When it hit the auction block, bidding was fierce. Collectors from every corner of the world tried to outdo one another. The room was electric, each raised paddle pushing the price higher and higher until the final hammer came down at $9.8 million. The winning bidder? A private investor who now owns one of the most valuable pennies in existence. Here's the part that should have you rushing to check your own change. This coin was once in regular circulation. That means it could have been in a cash register, a vending machine, or even slipped into your pocket as change from a grocery store. There is no guarantee that all of these rare 1993 copper pennies have been found. Some might still be hiding in plain sight. So how can you tell if you have one? Start by checking the weight. If it's about 3.11 grams instead of 2.5 grams, you may be holding one of these rare treasures. Look closely for sharp details, brilliant luster, and no signs of wear. If you think you've found something special, don't spend it. Protect it, and have it evaluated by a professional grading service. The truth is, stories like this remind us that history and fortune can sit quietly in the palm of your hand. That humble penny in your pocket may be far more than spare change. It could be your ticket to becoming a millionaire overnight. And in the case of the 1993 Lincoln penny, it could mean a staggering $9.8 million payday for the lucky person who recognizes its true worth.